This quick start video will guide you through some initial steps to get Life Coach Manager customized and ready to go for your practice. First, log into your console. Your homepage view shows today's calendar events and a quick up-to-date breakdown of your financial status, including how much your clients owe you and how much you've made this month, last month, and this year to date. Click on Settings. First, you'll configure some items in the General tab. Business title is the text that will show up on your console and on your invoices. It defaults to your username's Office. You can modify it to whatever you like. Next, you will configure an email template. This template will be used to automatically send a welcome email to all of your newly registered clients. Click to create a new template. Choose a name for it. Choose a description for the template. This is an internal reference for you and will not be displayed to your clients. Create a subject. We'll write Welcome, first name. Notice this word in the curly brackets, client_first name. This is called a variable. Your software will automatically insert the first name of the client to whom the welcome email is being sent. Welcome Tom, welcome Nicole, etc. Next, type the body of the email. Notice I'm using the variable client_first name again in the salutation. It will say, Dear Tom, Dear Nicole, and so on. This ensures the email is more personalized. Remember, in order for the variable to work, you must spell it exactly the same and use the curly brackets, which on English keyboards is the same key as the square brackets. Save it and go back to Settings and the General tab. Now, notice how you have something different next to the welcome email template. You now have a pull down and can choose to disable welcome emails, or you can select the template you created. Choose your language. Currently, we have English and will be expanding to other languages. Choose your currency. Choose your time zone. This makes sure your calendar will always display properly for you. Choose your date format, and finally choose your date-time format, which will be used for features such as the Secure Journal. Choose the Contact tab. Here you can fill out any fields you may not have completed during registration. Next, choose the Invoicing tab. You can set the beginning invoice number. For example, you may want your invoice numbers to start at 100. Set it to 100, and then when you create your first invoice, it will be numbered 100, the next 101, and so on. Once you set this number and begin invoicing clients, you won't be able to change it. This maintains accounting integrity by making sure you don't have inconsistencies in your numbering scheme. Here you'll indicate your tax rate expressed in a percentage. If your government requires you to collect and pay taxes for your products and services, then you can add this tax to your items. In our case, the tax rate is 7%. Then save it to commit the changes. Next, you'll set up your payment gateways. Life Coach Manager allows you to use PayPal and/or Google Checkout for receiving payments from your clients. Go to Settings and choose Payment Gateways. Notice we have tabs for PayPal and Google Checkout. You can choose to set up either or both, depending on your preferences and the choices you wish to give your clients. Let's set up PayPal. Enter your PayPal email address and select your currency. Then save it. That's all you have to do to get your payment gateway set up. Shortly, I'll show you how your clients will go to your website and pay you. Now, you're going to configure your website. Click on Website and go to Themes. Select a theme. Next, you'll configure the home page. Here you can describe yourself, your products and services. Choose pages. Notice some pages don't have a delete button. They are system pages and can only be edited. Now, go to the home page and click Edit. You can add your homepage content in a couple of ways. First, you can use the editor provided, and we'll be able to see how the characters will look as you type them and format them. If you're familiar with HTML or have a product like Dreamweaver, you can create your page and then simply copy all the text with the HTML tags from your web page creation tool. I'll paste some content I already have. Then choose Update and view the content you've added. Verify that the Enabled box is checked so it will display on your website and click Save. If you have your own logo, you can add it to your site. Go to Website and then Logo. Click to add your logo. Browse to your logo file and select it. Click Open and then click Save. Now you've added a logo. You'll need to activate it as the default logo. Click the default button and say OK to the pop-up. Now you see it inserted in the upper left area of your console. You'll also see it in your website. Next, go back to Settings and click on the Website tab. Now create a website quote. This will be a phrase like your business tagline and is displayed in the bottom third of your site image. Add in your content, save it, and then go back over to your website to see how it came out. Notice the black text doesn't work in this image, so it's time to experiment a bit. Let's go back and choose another font color. Back to Settings and then Website. Let's try light grey. Now save it. Now go back to the website. That looks better. Your website is now configured. Now you're ready to set up your first client. You can either create accounts for them in your console or ask them to go to your website and create their own accounts themselves. Go to Clients and choose Add Client. Notice the asterisks, which are the only required fields. Check the Active box to make the client active. You'll send them the welcome email you created earlier. Click on the Security tab. Go ahead and assign all the permissions to them by clicking Allow All. Give her a username and a password. You'll need to provide her that information if you want her to be able to log in to your website. Click Save, and you've created your first client. Now let's set up a calendar event for Elizabeth. Click on Calendar. Here's your month view calendar. You can also view by week and day. To create a new appointment for your client, click in the time period where you would like the appointment to be. On the client, you'll be able to choose who is able to view the calendar event. We will select Elizabeth, since it's her appointment. This gives only you and her the ability to see the appointment. Notice we also have public and private. Private means only you will be able to see appointments you created. Your dentist visit, for example. Public means the event is put into everyone's calendar, perhaps a webinar for your clients. Type a name for the appointment. You can also configure categories to help you quickly identify what kind of event you are viewing. We'll set up the categories in another tutorial. Then type in a location and verify the time period and save it. Your client now has a new appointment for her coaching session. Next, you'll create an inventory item. You probably have the standard services and prices you offer your clients. Life Coach Manager gives the ability to create these items in advance. Go to Money, then choose Inventory, and then Add Inventory Item. Name the item, and then give the description for the item. Type in the price for the item. If you want this item to have tax assessed in the invoices, check the Taxable box. The software will add the tax percent you specified in your profile. You can still prevent the item from having tax added for any individual invoices, if necessary. Then save the item. Now you have a standard inventory item ready for use in your invoices. Next, create an invoice. Go to Money and then Invoicing. Click Add Invoice. First, you'll pick the client to assign to the invoice. Simply click Choose Client and you'll be presented with a list of your clients. Select the client. Next, click Items. Notice you can add item or you can add custom item. A custom item is not a standard item like you just created. It's generally a one-time item. You type in the description and the amount. Select Add Item, and the list of your inventory items is displayed. Select the inventory item you want. Here you can uncheck the box if you don't want the item to be taxed. Save the invoice. Now you need to make the client aware they have an invoice. Click Edit next to your invoice. You can generate a printable copy for mailing. Or, with the click of a button, you can email it to her. Let's take a look at the emails that were generated for your client. First is the welcome email. You can see how it filled in her name. Second is the invoice you just sent her. Now that you have a website, clients, and outstanding invoices, you're ready to receive a payment. You direct your clients to go to your website. Notice the URL of your website. You'll need to give this to your clients. The client now logs into your website. She receives a console that looks similar to yours, with fewer features. She can only view public calendar entries, although specifically assigned to her. Notice the coaching session we created for her earlier. The client now goes to Invoices to see the outstanding invoice. She can print it, or she can email it to herself, just as you're able to do in your console. To pay it, she clicks Pay and receives another window in which she verifies the amount of the invoice and the payment method. The payment methods you set up in your console will appear and the client chooses one. She then clicks Pay Now and completes the transaction. Congratulations! You've just set up Life Coach Manager for your coaching practice. We look forward to helping you get the most out of Life Coach Manager. Make sure you watch our other tutorials and review the knowledge base for more training, tools and tips. And don't forget to check out our new community forum where you can interact with other coaches and share ideas. Go to www.lifecoachmanager.com and click on the forum link. You don't have to be a subscriber to participate. We'll see you there.